22 things you should say to strippers from the door to the dance room. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, then thanks for stopping by. The other day, commenter Henry Haas gave me an excellent topic for a video. He says, "Funny all these videos about what not to say, but not what to say. Guessing most dancers would just prefer you shut up, dump your wallet, and leave." I haven't actually found many myself, but apparently he has found a number of videos telling you everything you shouldn't say to a stripper. One is mine. I think the reason for this is that to most strippers it seems pretty obvious what you should say and shouldn't say in the club. That you shouldn't say anything that you wouldn't say to a woman in another job. Common courtesy and respect are really all you need. But this comment made me see that it isn't quite so obvious for customers. And, in fact, that many men don't know what to say to a girl at any other bar, much less a strip club. He also says that you should just shut up and hand over your wallet. That isn't completely untrue, in the same way that a plumber or a shopkeeper would rather you spend money rather than coming into their place of business, asking lots of inappropriate questions, and then refusing to buy anything. But conversation is really a huge part of the strip club and the stripper experience. So here are over 21 things you should say to a stripper in a strip club. To start off, when you walk into a strip club and are approached by a dancer, here are some good options. Hello is a good starting point. Add your personal spin on it. Say good evening or good day, or Merry Christmas, even if it isn't. What's your name is a good place to go from here. Importantly, that's not what's your real name, just what's your name. If you want to spend time with a particular dancer, you can ask, "Is Roxy here tonight?" And if she is, ask the dancer you're talking to have her come by when she gets a minute. Whether it's a dancer you know or not, "How are you doing today?" or "How are you doing tonight?" is always a good question. Most dancers will give you more than a simple good, and you can build a conversation and really get to know her based on her answers. Ask non-intrusive questions for more information. Like, "Can you believe the traffic downtown today?" Rather than, "How close do you live to downtown?" "Would you like to have a drink with me?" It's a good way to start things off if you drink and you're willing to buy drinks. Please don't feel pressured to drink alcohol, even if the dancer with you is drinking. Clubs have sodas, juice, and coffee to drink if you're not interested in alcohol. If you are interested in alcohol, go ahead. If a stripper doesn't approach you as quickly as you like, feel free to wave someone over, or if you like the girl on stage, go up there, tip her, and ask her to come see you when she gets a break. Once you sit down with the dancer, there's lots to talk about. Let them know why you're here. Bachelor party, breakup, just boredom. Talk about your work, your interests, your passions. Dancers tend to have a finger in every pot, so you may be surprised by what she knows. Lots of dancers are students, while others are tattoo artists, ballerinas, personal trainers, or nurses. Some are musicians, welders, even farmers. There is a lot you can find in common with them. Plus, it's our job to make sure you're relaxed and having fun. So even if you think your job is obscure or boring, she'd probably like to hear about it. Just remember to tip a girl who is sitting with you the same way you would if she was on stage and you were at the tip rail. Talking to you is a big part of her work, and she should get paid for it. Every moment that she spends with you is time that she could be getting dances from someone else. Ask her about the club, rates, different types of dances, whatever awesome or god-awful song is playing at the moment. Ask her about her dances specifically if you were looking for something specific. Ask about the rules for each type of dance and then follow them. Sometimes at certain clubs, if you are interested in a certain style of costume and are paying enough to make it worth her time, she'll see if she can find something to suit. There was a guy at my old club who always liked his dancers dressed in white, so whenever he'd come in, we'd all scramble to the back and find whichever girl he'd pick something white to wear. Obviously, he was a big spender and a very good tipper. Instead of asking about her family and kids, talk about yours if you feel comfortable doing so. And make sure to tell her what your wife looks like so she'll know what to look out for in case she comes in swinging. Instead of asking for her real name, ask her how she came to choose the name that she goes by. There's probably an interesting story there. Give lots of compliments. If you want your dancer to be having just as much fun as you, make sure you compliment her. Compliment her hair, her outfit, or her butt if you want. Ask questions about her life in the club. Ask how long she's been there, who her favorite dancers are other than her, whose pole tricks she admires, what types of dances she likes to do the most and the least, where she gets her clothes, how tall her shoes are, or how tall she is with and without them, what her favorite song is to dance on stage versus what her favorite song is to give a lap dance to. It's okay to ask some personal questions as long as they couldn't possibly lead you to her or her family. If you're drawn to her hair and makeup, ask about it. If you saw her on stage and she moved a certain way or did a pole trick without breaking her neck, ask about how long she's practiced and how she learned. Ask about her workout if that's something you're into. Music, movies, TV, nice restaurants around town are all safe subjects. Music, movies, TV, restaurants around town, all safe topics that can get you some more information but are non-threatening to her. Ask for a dance when you're ready. And don't be afraid to tell the girl up front that you will ask when you're ready, so she doesn't feel like she has to badger you. That doesn't mean she's going to stay with you the whole night if you aren't buying dances, but that way you both can agree that you'll get a dance when you're ready. As far as talking in the dance room, there's not a lot to say. Mostly you probably want to sit back and relax. There are a few important things, however. Ask questions about things like, can you touch? Can you take off an item of your clothing? Can you take pictures? Tell them if something they're doing is hurting you or making you uncomfortable. Just as dancers don't waive their right to consent to what happens to them just because they're dancers, you don't waive your right to consent just because you buy a dance. Nothing should happen in the dance that could possibly make you uncomfortable, and different people have different levels of tolerance and enjoyment. Tell the dancer if you have bad knees, a deaf ear, or no sensation somewhere, so she can plan her dance around making it the best for you. You can also tell her what you like in a dance, whether you're a boob or a butt guy, whether you like things rough or gentle, whether you're more of a visual person or a more tactile person. Your mileage may vary with this, of course. Instead of trying to argue the price of a dance, be respectful and pay what it costs. You catch more flies with honey and all that. Again, not a lot to say at the stage. You can definitely chat with your buddies as long as you're paying attention to the dancer on stage. If things are slow and she hangs around and talks to you, talk about what she's doing on stage. If you like her moves or her pole tricks or her outfit. If you like her, ask her for a dance and she'll find you when she gets off stage. This is also the time to be sure you are tipping. If you're not tipping, don't sit at the tip rail, move somewhere else in the club. Be polite and hand her the money, not crumpled, and when she approaches to accept it, let her put on the show for you rather than trying to get whatever you want out of her for $1. Strippers aren't trained dogs performing for a treat. If you work with us, we'll make sure you have a good time. Hopefully that helps you break the ice and have more fun at the strip club. There are a few more comments on my videos that I'd like to reply to. Lately there's been a lot of comments saying strippers just want to take all your money. And I know I'm supposed to defend strippers to the death, but like, duh? Your landlord wants you to hand over your wallet. Your grocery store does. Your daycare does. People doing services for you would like to be paid without having to upsell you or be your therapist. Dancers mostly want to dance and go home. But in order to do that, they have to navigate a minefield of people who want their services for free, people who want to see if they can get a stripper to date them, and people who want to hurt them by taking up all their time while they're at work just with conversation for free. You may think we make a lot of money, but as I covered in another video, just showing up for work is really expensive. The second kind of comment I'm getting a lot of is, I dated a stripper and it was bad. Or, my friend dated a stripper and it was bad. Or, my dog's nanny's stepbrother dated a stripper and it was bad. And most of those comments are followed up by, I wouldn't recommend it, or something derogatory. There are lots of comments from people in happy relationships too, and that's both just to be expected. Some dancers are bad people. I personally have only met one. If I wrote off entire groups of people based on their job, I would have to stop dating cashiers, wrestlers, pizza guys, construction workers, sailors, security guards, and I'm gonna stop there. Nobody's profession determines their personality, with perhaps one exception, and it's not strippers. It does take a pretty secure person to date a stripper, and it seems like those in my comments are maybe not. User Keep It Clean, whose entire profile is several playlists of women twerking, each labeled ass, writes, shaking your ass for money isn't a job, it is a choice. Writes, shaking your ass for money isn't a job, it a choice. One of the many bad choices you have mined in your lifetime. I'm not judging anyone, but it a choice. You're half right. For most dancers, it is a choice. But choices and jobs are not mutually exclusive. Did you or did you not choose to be a creep on YouTube? Something you're not even getting paid for, which is the thing that makes stripping a job. Lastly, a question I get often is whether dancers are doing the job in order to get boyfriends. They are not. The point of a strip club is to get turned on if you're a customer, and it's to make money if you're a dancer. And nobody should be going to the strip club thinking that they're going to get a date. The club is a fantasy universe where every single girl wants you unless you're wearing baseball shorts or sweatpants. And if you want it to run how it's supposed to and stay friendly, it's good to keep that in mind. Just as a heads up, I'm a very small channel and I do read every single comment, so even if I don't reply to you, I read your comment. Please feel free to leave more comments. I will be answering them in later videos, just like this one. Also, please subscribe and tap dance on that like button and the bell icon if you feel like it. I appreciate you so much. Bye!